Motherfuckers telling me I'm gutting my own goddamn pigs. I'm stealing my own goddamn goats. Well, where am I keeping them?
What it do, family? In case you guys were unaware of the Black Colorado ranchers, Courtney and Nicole Mallerie, who is facing domestic terrorism by their white neighbors in Colorado Springs, let me make you aware. A black couple rebuilt their lives after losing everything in the hurricane. They never thought that they'd be thrown into a fight for their ranch and possibly their lives in a predominantly white and hostile Colorado County. Every night on Freedom Acres Ranch is a gamble of life and death for black cattleman Courtney Mallerie and his wife Nicole. As of late, he's most likely will find tools destroyed, a prize calf stolen, or one of his hogs with their entrails spewing from slit bellies. Beheaded and butchered goat carcasses are a common sight. Recently, his newly born calf vanished. Not long ago, the mother of his Pyrenees puppies was poisoned along with several pigs. Often, he picks up animal remains on the farm and has had to put out fires like when the chicken coop was set ablaze. To make the situation more tenuous, the Malleries' fence has been damaged over 10 times. Frequently, they must replace surveillance equipment after seeing strangers pointing a device towards their cameras, which ends up jamming them and taking them out of the signal. Plus, their electricity lines have been cut and neighbors have stolen well water by running illegal lines from their source. One day, Courtney was chased by a white man when repairing a portion of his fence. The aggressor, who was in a car, gunned for Courtney, who made it to his vehicle in just enough time to dash away in a hellish pursuit. Once he made it to the end of his property, the man steered the other way. One evening, Nicole was followed by a white woman who almost ran her car off of the road, then put on her high beams and pulled out what looked like a gun. The confrontation was exceptionally unnerving because Nicole was returning from a church function with her visiting niece and nephew. Even the post office worker asks us why we are here, says Courtney. A regular phrase told to Courtney is that he has a lot of balls to purchase land in the mostly white community. What puts me on edge is that everyone knows us and how we look, but we don't know them, Courtney tells Ark Republic. This is just some of the reports of the terrorism the Houston transplant says his family has experienced since the purchase of the 1,000-acre ranch in El Paso County, Colorado in August of 2020. Courtney Mallerie alleges he and his wife have been the target of local whites who wants them off of their land. When asked why he thinks he's being targeted, Courtney claims the rural community wants to quote-unquote steal his land, especially after he turned down numerous requests to lease his acreage to local whites. To worsen his predicaments, he alleges the El Paso County Sheriff, Sergeant Emory Ray Gerhardt, has been complicit in the concerted effort to move his family off of their land and even participates in the ongoing racialized actions. On multiple occasions, the county sheriff is captured on Freedom Acres Ranch footage in his patrol car driving around the perimeter of the Malleries' property. Ironically, he has yet to take a police report from the Malleries for their numerous complaints of trespassing strangers, animal death on their property, and a list of other offenses. Courtney told Ark Republic that Sheriff Gerhardt has even forbidden them from using a portion of their land for their ranching enterprise. For 2 years, the Malleries have lived in fear and rage. Courtney even went to the state commissioner's meeting to complain when his numerous calls to local law enforcement went unheard. Nothing happened. He believes it's because they're all related through marriage, blood, or multi-generational kinship. However, the louder Courtney and Nicole got, the more aggressive the hostility became. Gerhardt told me that if I keep calling the police, he's going to arrest me. Courtney recounts, just days before he discovered an arrest warrant had been issued to him and Nicole by Sheriff Gerhardt. We are upset. We're here to fight, but they're trying to silence us and make us look like we're crazy. An exasperated Courtney told Ark Republic. They are trying to steal my land and lock us up to cover this up. On Thursday, January 12, 2023, the Malleries received a warrant filed on December 14, 2022 in the mail. Charges are stalking, tampering with utility meter, and petty theft. The letter states that they must turn themselves in and be prepared to pay a $2,000 bond. The charges are felonies and can lead to jail time. This gives local authorities probable cause, Dr. Rolanda Spencer told the Ark Republic. Dr. Spencer is a social justice professor at Xavier University who has worked in criminal justice and re-entry for almost 20 years.